Hey, what's up, everybody? So currently, waiting for everyone to get here. We're having some problems with the link. What? Hold on. This has to be it. That has to be it right there. Is this one jacked up too? Yeah. What is going on? I have no idea. Okay, hold on. Control C, Control V. There we go. That's it. That's it. That's the one. That's it. That's all there is. Okay. Woo! Oh my god. Good night. We're here. We're here. And real quick, so is Will.
See, everybody got added in. Look, BT13, Nifty, Big Brother, J Co. All those guys are automatically in your live chat.
That was lovely. That was lovely.
Yo.
Seamless. Totally seamless transition from one to the other, too. No problems.
If you would have gotten us the StreamYard link into yours faster, we would have been sleepless.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
But yeah, that's the new feature. So all of us channels, make sure that if you're like, so Jacob or Kirian, if you have see, Colin Dean doesn't have 1,000 subscribers. Now, you have to have 1,000 subscribers to be able to send people to another show. But you don't have to have 1,000 to get sent to, right? So, like for example, say you wanted to do a show right after mine, like this, right? It can, yeah. So like, I don't know, I can't see on the live chat how many people are actually here, but I mean, I can see BT13, John Fitzpatrick, J Co.
16 eyes on
Yeah, I
this
see
beast right
16.
now.
Yeah, so it'll automatically send people, and it'll in my live chat it'll say go now. It says don't miss out. People are going to watch something from Talking Ball. Go now. You bring that over, and it pulls even in the whole chat in. Pretty nifty stifty.
That's awesome.
But like so,
link, by the way, if anybody
I can send people to your guys' shows. Stell can send people to your guys' shows.
Big love, Jay. That's
yeah, and that's how this helps out. We can send people to Mari's show. So if we schedule like a 1,000 subscriber show in channel in contention with a not 1,000 subscriber channel, you can immediately send people over to their shows. So
that's a wonderful feature. And again, thank you so much for doing this.
That's a good plug too, man. Anybody who's in here who's not subscribed to Mari, go do that, because
yes, please.
Mari should have way more subscribers.
I'm guessing everybody. I'm going to just guess that everybody that's here subscribed to Mari.
Probably.
Judging by
if
we have
there's
kind of
one
the same,
person,
subscribe to Colin and subscribe to Mari.
yeah, subscribe
while you're
to
here.
both.
If you came over from my stream.
Yes, absolutely. Please do subscribe to everybody here. We're all a big family. It's all a bunch of a bunch of Spurs fans just doing their thing.
Crashing with Eugene. That's right.
Yeah, please no crashes, Eugene. Okay.
See, Koi Few, just subscribe.
Yeah.
This is a raid. This is a Will Stewart raid. Proper. But it's so cool because literally you could be watching on your device, your phone, your TV, and it'll immediately send you over to this channel.
You're like, wow, I didn't even want this. So many people are gonna get mad and be like, Will, you gotta stop. You gotta stop sending me over.
No, it's like television, man. Television, they do that. They have shows, and after that show, there's another show, and then after that show, there's a later show, and after that, later.
But it's different than putting the link in the chat because some people don't click it. This, they don't even have to do anything. They can just literally just watch and boom, seamlessly pulled it in.
You don't even have a choice
that's right.
in this.
It's all good.
You're on my show, and that's just what it is. But it's not really my show; it's everybody's show. So how's everybody doing?
Good. But I do actually have to go.
Doing great.
So I'm gonna love you and leave you. I will watch from bed.
Okay.
Peace
A
out.
little wankety wank. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Talk to you guys later.
See you, Will. Thanks again for
Good
having
me. Bye.
Good night. Take care, Will.
So and then there
So
were
we talking
and then
to
there were
football or what?
Well, yeah, a bit, and also just whatever else just strikes our fancy. But I think, there's some good football stuff to talk about. But Jacob, you left already.
My wife is in the room, so for her discretion.
No, 100%. I do the same
I'm still
thing.
here though. I still hear you guys. Don't worry.
Good deal. Good deal.
And gals, guys and gals.
Boom. Exactly. We're inclusive here. I'm talking ball. It's an all-inclusive type channel. Kieran, good to see you though, man. It's been a while. You good?
Yes, sir. Colin, good to see you too. Yeah, doing well. Hoping to get my channel started back up here soon.
You've been saying that,
talk going. I've been saying that, but actually, I changed jobs, and so with my new job, my schedule is actually a lot more fitting of being able to do my show, and so yeah, I'll be back to doing it. So I'm actually just waiting on a couple of things here and there, like just like creating the area in which I'm going to stream, and getting a couple more pieces of equipment. So yeah,
awesome.
I just want to have a nice setup when I start. So
yeah, you don't want to half-ass it, right? You want to just be doing it good. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. But if you can tell by mine that I don't plan anything and it's completely half-assed, and that's okay too. However you want to do it.
You should get a little banner going. Get one of them little tickers going. You know what I'm talking about?
I do. I have one of those.
Yeah.
So
get something up, saying something like, "What's up? Welcome to the after party."
Boom. When I'm gonna make one.
I mean, I guess if people tune in tomorrow, this really wouldn't be like the after party. This would be like the beginning of the day or something.
Yeah.
Honestly, hey, so I'm going to ask a question if you guys don't mind me leading into football a little bit. But did anybody by chance see Henry Wright stream today?
Nope.
Okay, so Henry Wright had a stream and Will was on it and Savo was there too. Coach. Anyway, one of the big topics of the show was Jed Spence. Yes, I did. Well, yeah, I know you did. Well, you were on. Was Jed Spence, and I was just wondering how you guys are kind of feeling about the potential. Him being our potential next signing, and where quick, you think he fits in. You know.
Sorry to cut you off, but Goguma has to go. Thank you for being here.
Bye, Goguma. Catch up with you later, Goguma.
Bye. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Bye. Have a great day.
Bye.
On the Jed Spence topic, that's tough. I don't know enough about the kid. You know what I mean? I've seen the odd YouTube compilation highlights video, but I don't. You know what I mean? I don't know enough to say. I don't think he'll be like a starter. I don't think he's going to automatically walk into the starting 11. But he seems to be good. He seems like a good athlete. He seems very physical. I've seen him, get himself out of trouble with his pace and strength and stuff, and that's really cool. And I mean, Conte's a really good defensive coach. We've all seen it. So I don't see why he'd be anything other than a success. But will he walk into the team? I don't think so. At least not right away. But I'd like to know what you guys think. Kieran, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've watched, I watched his games in the FA Cup, which is like the big claim to fame, right, from this past season. What really got him noticed, and he was very good. But I have watched more compilations, not just like highlights, but all touches in a few games. And, I have seen him once or twice in a couple games because I sometimes look in on the championship when I can. Honestly, he's not even my favorite right wing back from Middlesbrough. I honestly like that Isaiah Jones guy more than Jed Spence. The problem with Isaiah Jones is he doesn't have the physicality to come in and play right wing back for not just a Premier League team, but a Champions League team. But I would honestly bring him in as somebody to mostly just sit on the bench, or maybe even buy him and send him out on loan, tell him to bulk up, because he is a very dangerous player out wide on the front foot. Jed Spence, I mean, his dribbling ability gets himself out of trouble, but his final ball is just not.
No, Kieran, will you pay £20 million for him? That's the question. Why are we spending this kind of money again?
It's English tax.
whatever tax it is, right? It's stupid, right? What I feel
Yeah,
is
I
that
agree.
unless you're bringing him in as a homegrown quota thing, that's one thing. But if you're going to pay 20 million pounds for him, right? We've been paying over the board for youngsters like that don't perform.
Yeah,
Look at Hill,
absolutely.
right? Right. Look
Well,
at even look at what Troy Parrott and what's the
yeah,
other guy, the Clark guy. Somebody
Jack
calls
Clark, yeah.
Jack Clark, right? We've been paying 15, 20 million pounds for all these guys.
I mean,
Unless you say
Ryan Sessegnon, we paid over 20 million for Ryan Sessegnon,
we paid,
and it's taken him
30,
all this time to
25.
finally play. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. We paid all that money for him, and it's taken several years for him to finally get some time in the first team. And
why do
we're
we keep
paying
doing things like
almost that much money for a guy. At least Sessegnon had played in the Premier League with Fulham. We haven't even seen Spence in the Premier League yet, so
That's
I don't know.
Very good point. Yeah, I mean,
and I keep hearing this Conte wants him, and I'm just like, I don't know if I buy that, man. We brought in Ivan Perisic as our left wing back, who is a world class player towards the end of his career, but still a world class player. He was excellent. He's been excellent for years in various positions. He's very versatile. I mean, I just don't see Conte looking to the left and being like, I want Perisic, and then looking to the right and being like, I want Jed Spence from Nottingham Forest. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't
No, I think it's definitely like a Levy type signing, right? Like a type of signing that we would have done in the past 5, 6, 7 years.
I think it's a smokescreen. I don't think we're actually going to buy him, honestly. I just don't see Paratici and Conte going along with that kind of purchase. I don't see it.
If you're saying something he's like worth, like we're going to pay £5 million for him and put him into the youth setup.
8, 10, 12.
Yeah, I'll take him, right? But you're paying 20? No, I don't think that kind of money.
Players cost more than they used to, though, guys. We have to understand, like,
well,
people are literally players. No, people are crying about Richarlison for 51. Am I the only person in the whole world that thinks that's not a terrible deal?
It is a horrible deal. I would never pay 50 million for a player of this quality. Absolutely not.
Fuck him.
His name.
No, I'll tell you about this man. His name ends at Richarlie. I don't put the SON at the end of his name. He don't deserve SON at the end of his name. There's only one person who deserves SON at the end of his name.
Honestly, it's not the worst signing, though. I mean,
guys,
he can play anywhere.
The deal for Richarlison will work like this, right? It'll be a £51 million deal, right? And we're gonna push back. We're gonna push wings to them at 30. So then we just pay 20. That's all.
Do you think that?
Who are you talking about, Eugen? Hi, Eugen, by the way.
Everton be stupid enough to pay 30 million for Harry Winks? I don't know. That's
English
a lot of money. Yeah, but Harry Winks has hardly played in like 3 seasons.
I'll do a straight up swap. Winks for Charlie. I'll do that.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to give it. Anytime I've seen I've seen Charlie play, bro. Seriously, anytime I've seen Charlie play, he's just like he whines as much as Neymar. He's like all the negative parts of like a great player minus the parts of a great player.
10 plus goals a season in the Premier League for 3 of the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Bro, if Gareth Bale was in the Premier League, he'd be putting up that kind of number 2. You can't tell me that that's
then it'd be a different thing. Right.
Yeah,
Hi, Aaron.
exactly.
How are you doing?
It's ready.
Oh, I'm good. And the only person who deserves son at the end of his name is Davinson Sanchez. Yeah, baller. Right. Look, just a quickie on Jed Spence. My issue with him is obviously what happened that Borough offloaded him, loaned him out to Forest because of attitude issues. He's a definite Levy signing. This is not Paratici. This is not Conte. And in regards to Troy Parrott, I know the background. I know what's happened to his career. I know that the crime family that he's involved in, they've grown up in the same inner city part of Dublin my family is from. He went off the rails, man. He was a brilliant talent. Eugene, I think you mentioned Troy.
He's still playing well, isn't he?
He's playing well at championship level and against crap international sides. I mean, Ireland are an awful team now, man.
Yeah, he's scored 8 goals in League One.
Yeah.
Hey, don't talk down on my boy Troy Parrott. Don't
Right.
talk
You
down
think
on my
Troy
boy
better
Troy
than Josh?
Perry.
Jacob, I know about his family life, man. Like I know about what's exactly why his career got derailed, man. It's I can't even like honestly. This particular mafia family are still in operation. Not Troy's family, but the family that his
That he's
family are
friends with.
associated with.
Yeah. I mean, I know that he's got friends that aren't great people, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think his care's ruined.
Why is his career ruined?
He'll never be Premier level. He'll never be Tottenham level. He'll be at best.
Player.
Do you know how many people said that about Harry Kane while he was on loan? I'm just playing devil's
advocate. No, but Harry
it's
Kane was on loan
man.
in the Premier League. He's on loan in League One. He scored 8 goals in League One, and his team finished 3rd. Like Dons were not a bad team in that league. He should have done more than 8 goals. I'm not a professional footballer.
I'm just messing, of course.
Yeah, look, I want Troy Perry to be good because I'm part Irish, and I like.
I'd love him to be
Irish
good, man.
Players,
I'm giving this from a Tottenham and an Ireland perspective. Nah, he's not, and I just can't see him cutting it, man. Top level. I'm sorry. If that,
I don't see.
You've seen him play. You've seen him play more than me, so you would know. But
I was big on him that preseason. The preseason before we got to the Champions League final when we won the Audi Cup. That preseason, he was good in that preseason. He was really exciting. I was big on him, and then it's just been downhill for him, and he's just now starting to regain some of that spark. But again, it's still not enough to be that exciting. I mean, he's only 20, but still, I mean, you would expect more from him at this stage.
Sorry, could I just address a serious comment in the chat there? Josh, I'd like to apologize again for what I did. I said to you I was going to not go on streams anymore.
I didn't even,
Estelle is quit completely now. I had a phone call with him today. My dad's advised me to just disappear and not be involved anymore. Sorry, man. I know we've all been through a rough ride lately, and it got out of control. Anyway, I hope you and Tash and Winter Rose are well, man. And best wishes.
Sorry about that too, Josh. Yeah, I'll get that changed. That's just like pure laziness on my part. That's been there forever.
Hey,
people are always
big
like,
up JTTG.
Yeah, and it's all love in the house too, which is good. And Josh, you're not interrupting, man. I know that you don't want to, but you're welcome always to come on. So, you're always welcome in here. Always.
You could read both of those last 2 statements quite erotically if you wanted to.
I mean, do you not want to, or?
I mean, well, he doesn't want his face out there. I'd imagine his love life, he wouldn't want out there either. So, hit the DMs up, Josh. You can always hit the DMs.
I guess it's a good time for this. How dirty is too dirty? That was about something else when it first was here, but yeah. So yeah, all love, all good stuff. But back to the transfer talk that we were talking about.
Sorry, just again, just sad to see you go, Josh. It's always been a pleasure being involved in your shows. And
I hope that you will be back. And
I'm really sorry to hear that, Josh. We'll miss you.
I don't even know what's going on, bro. I keep out of most of it anyway.
Jacob's just here for the vibes, man.
I'm just here for water squirt emojis, really.
I thought you were here for Adama baby oil, but
that goes hand in hand with the water. That goes hand in hand with the water squirt emojis.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
So do you think Jed Spence is kind of like a budget Adama Traore that like the back like the board is pushing for? He's quick. He's pretty strong.
I think Adama Traore is a better player.
Don't use them in the same sentence.
I honestly don't think
so much more physically.
Oh, don't get Jacob on Adama, right?
Adama's a physical freak.
Fitzy, I had a big long phone call with Stout today, and I asked him not to leave, but he says he's He's deleted Twitter. He's deleted all social media platforms.
Let's just if Stel wants to talk to people about
we won't talk about this live, Aaron. All right, we just leave it
there. Yeah, no, okay, no, but he's made it public. He's made it public himself.
He's already public. So, we all know about it, but we just don't go on about it anymore. Just leave it.
Oh, okay. Apologies, and
Oh no!
Just be back on the all. Everybody's good. Everybody's fine, and we'll move on from there, right? Because there's too much things that's been happening. So, let's just leave it as it is at the moment, and let everything cool down. And hopefully, by end of the summer transfer window, we'll have the 6 players that Conte wants, right? And we're going for the quad, man.
So who do you see coming in realistically, Eugene? We haven't heard a whole lot from you yet.
To tell the truth, right, Colin, I don't see anybody realistically coming in, right, until they're actually in. All the money that's been, come on, being a Spurs fan for so long, right? We should know, right? Everything's being said is just being said for saying sake, right? And realistically, now we're not going to spend 150 million pounds this summer season. I'm talking about net spend, guys. All right, net spend, right? We ain't doing that. Okay, we've got 2 free transfers in with Perisic and Foster. Good deals. All right, Perisic is class. Foster should actually help us in our goalkeeping dilemma. All right, very much better than Golini. But as I see it now, until they're actually at the club and holding the shirt, like Bob says, right? I'm just sitting there and watch. I'll sit there and watch and see. I mean, like I said, if Spence is really what Conte wants, then get him, right? To me, in the end of the day, in Conte we trust, and get what Conte wants. And of course, along the way, you can pick up a couple of 5 million, 3 million pound youngsters to have potential along the way. But for what I see is that being a Spurs fan for 40 over years and 20 over years under the ENIC rule, I want the now, not for the future. I want the now, right? We have the best manager, okay, one of the best managers in the world, right? And we have the best facilities, one of the best facilities in the world. Why aren't we pushing forward to be much more higher than that? And guys, to tell the truth, I've reached my work destination. Drive with Eugene is over, right? I'll catch up with you. I need to get to work now, guys. Take care. Hey. Hi, Scotty. Haven't been with you in the stream for a long time. Aaron, take care.
How's it going?
Right.
See you, Eugene. See you later, mate.
Take care. Right.
Yeah, have a good day at work. Be safe.
Kieran, take care. Jacob, nice being on with you.
Take care, Eugene. Good to see you as always.
Right. Take care. Right. I'll catch up with you guys later. Bye-bye.
It's like 2 or 3 drives in a row he hasn't crashed. It's a new record for him.
Yes, he is making moves. He's definitely making moves with his driving ability. Josh, though, says that he thinks we'll get Richarlison. I do too, actually. And he thinks that we'll get Bastoni as well. That would be awesome. I think that we must have some like inside news on Bastoni, because we seem to have thrown all of our eggs into that basket. And that doesn't seem like the most intelligent move to make. If we didn't have some like assurances maybe from the player. So Joe, though, or Jay, sorry, I called you Joe. Jay says that Conte wanted Bastoni, couldn't make it happen. And we've all heard that. We've all heard that he's staying at Inter, that he doesn't want to leave. I don't know. That one's tough for me. I think we'll have to wait for a long, long time to find out on that one.
I kind of made a point on my stream on Tottenham Away the other day that I really think when it comes to Bastoni, like he just had a kid, and it's really complicated and hard to try and move like your whole family up. He said that he doesn't want to leave. He's playing for his boyhood club. So I kind of posed the question that, like, do we want this guy? We're going to rip him away from his favorite club that he's loved since he was a child. We're going to rip him away from his hometown and bring him to cold, rainy London so he can play for us.
But I mean, he also loves Conte. He loves Conte like a dad. He's got some dad love for Conte, so that's
I
important.
don't think so. I think all the things weighing against it. But the thing is, what's good about this though is it opens up other Inter players for us to be able to poach.
How do you pronounce that old defender's name?
De Vrij.
That's all. That's how you can say it. It always looked way harder to pronounce than that.
I think Bremer. We should have got Bremer.
He's Dutch, isn't he, De Vrij?
Yeah. So there's De Vrij.
Yeah. Sorry, I think it's pronounced De Vrij.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to try and do that one.
You got to say with a bit of something in the back of your throat.
I can do like the Spanish names, but I can't do. Yeah, no, Dutch is not my strong suit. So
I've been there many times. It's really tricky, guys. Look, I'm gonna hop off. It's mad o'clock here, and I'll keep the chat on. And apologies that I brought up a couple of the recent things that have happened. I'm just trying to let people know what's been going on. And,
it's kind of unavoidable. But
yeah, we all know you, man. You let it all out. You let it all loose. You don't hide anything. Yeah. That's why we love you, man.
All right, cheers, Collie.
Yeah, hit me up. Email me, text me. Keep in touch, man. I'll do this.
Yeah,
I'm off everything, man. Lads, I've deleted WhatsApp. I've deleted Twitter. I've deleted Facebook. I've deleted everything. I'm only now contactable via email or a direct phone call to people who know my number.
Could you put your email in the private chat?
It's same as it's my name here at Gmail. That's
okay.
it. Oh, yeah. So all right, guys. Again, apologies if I mentioned stuff I shouldn't. And
no,
it's quite all right. Yeah.
Have a good night, boys, and hopefully catch up with you all.
I thought you were going to be in the jacuzzi, but a little.
Dude, you want to see this? I've got a jacuzzi bath, right, and I've never used it. It's 5.5 foot long. I mean, it's ridiculous, and yeah, man. So I was gonna do it tonight, and just for Colin, just for the stream. But,
that would have been great.
You need to next time.
That would have been great.
Word that we'll have this next time.
Wearing my mankini.
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
All right, lads. See y'all and take care.
Talk to you soon. Love you, buddy. So we got a really good question in from the chat. I just want to get to before we get too off the rails. Do you guys think that we're going to get all our signings before preseason? So 3 or 4 weeks away?
No. I don't think there's any chance. Especially
we're not gonna
especially because there's no Bastoni. He might come still. I think there's a little bit better than a chance than none, but that's going to take a while if he's who we want. And I think we're going to wait if it isn't him. And then so whoever we're getting at left center back, and I'm fairly confident we'll get a left center back.
Yeah,
it's going to take a while, even if we're waiting for him. If we're going to then try to get Gvardiol, for example, that will take a long time if we try to do that.
He's way too expensive. I've heard like 100.
The only person I see is
getting.
I can see Pau Torres happening.
And I think even Torres.
I think it's probably going
because there's United, right? So they're going to
play
us
United
against each other, even if we
Europa League. They're a disaster. I mean, they've just been through. I mean, everybody knows how toxic that dressing room is. I'm sure all the players are talking to all their friends about it, and I mean, there's no I don't see why I understand the pull of Manchester United, the club, but if you've been following at all what's been going on, there is money, but what's the money if you don't win anything? That's the same as playing for Tottenham. You get paid, but you don't win anything. That's the whole point, right?
Counterpoint. Some people still love playing. A lot of people live out their dreams playing for the Dallas Cowboys, and they haven't won anything in 30 years.
That is actually a good point. But American sports are different. You know that, Jake.
I think there's no questions about us, though. Even with
players don't have the power that in negotiating that they do in European football. It's these players can get everything they want, if they're good enough. So I mean, you see Ronaldo go there and see how Ronaldo's doing. I feel like that's an example to
he got player of the year. He got a player of the year on that team, right? Didn't he?
Yeah, that's bullshit, though. Everybody knows it's bullshit. I feel like there are a lot of players who probably saw that shit, top players who saw that shit and thought it was bullshit. I mean, I don't know.
You'd rather be on it than off it,
next
though.
summer, and we just had a season of quality, then yeah. But I still think there's still a lot of questions about us, how long Conte is going to be here, what Levy's actually going to do. So I think we can have hope, but I still think that there's a lot of questions around us from players coming, especially from abroad.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the problem we're running into.
What I think we'll end up doing is, because the Bastoni thing is not going to go through, I think we're going to end up getting either De Vrij or Skriniar, one of the two, and then I think we might get
either of them even play primarily as a left center back, or are we just shoehorning them into that position?
De Vrij is more of a center back. He can probably play as a left as well. I think he's pretty good on his weak foot, although I'm pretty sure he's primarily right-footed. Skriniar is definitely a center back. So, I mean, I don't see us pushing Dyer out left.
Yeah, De Vrij's right-footed.
What's probably going to happen is we get one of those two center backs, and then we get Pau Torres through like a swap deal plus cash for Gio. Yeah.
You mean Gio plus cash, right? Not
Gio plus cash for
plus
cash.
No,
he's no. Yeah, we're gonna pay them and give them Gio, and then we're gonna get Pau Torres.
I was gonna say 2 years ago, Levy would be demanding Gio plus cash or Torres plus cash coming our way.
Exactly.
But I think we're gonna.
Well, Paratici's doing more of the negotiating.
Let me ask you something. Do you guys like Pau Torres? Anytime I've ever seen him, I've been unimpressed. He reminds me of a Tottenham player. And that's
watch
not a good
him on
thing.
the ball, though. On the ball, he's really good. Honestly, it's weird, but he's like kind of a Ben. Like, I feel like in terms of the things he's good at, he's kind of similar to Ben Davis, because he's not
speaking my language now, baby.
Well, if you think about it, he's gentle Ben himself. Look at him; he's glorious.
You gotta love
him. You gotta give him some credit. Guy's playing the
but
football of his life right now. He is just. This is his peak. This is his absolute peak as a player. But it's great. It's a good time.
It's funny you say Ben Davis, because I think he's what Ben Davis supporters think Ben Davis is.
Yeah, there you go.
All those qualities that, and it's not meant to be a shot at you, Colin, but
no, you're good.
Pump up Ben Davis. He's actually able to do the things that they say he does. I think I think actually, like I haven't seen him that much. I don't watch La Liga. I've only seen him play for Spain and in the international in the Europa Cup.
The Villarreal team is really fun to watch. Actually.
But when I've seen him play, like, he seems like he'd be good. You have somebody like De Vrij, however we're supposed to pronounce it,
right?
In the center, who's like kind of that solid guy there, and he's able to make the passes that he can make, play the ball that he can make. Play the ball like he can. I think it'd work well, but maybe I'm.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we can get one of those two inner center backs and then Pau Torres, I think Pau Torres he'll have to bulk up more. He'll have to get better aerially, because we're already shit at defending set pieces as it is, and
that's a concern.
He's not that good of an aerial center back. I think on the left of a back three is his perfect. It's his ideal position. He's pretty quick. He's excellent on the ball. Very much a ball-playing defender. Very classy.
There's something.
And he's definitely a conservative defender. When Mari brought up the whole like cat versus dog defender, he is like the polar opposite to Romero. He's very conservative, very passive. He'll let players come on to him, but he's very good. Like, again, kind of like Ben Davis. He's really good at those last-ditch blocks and tackles. Too. Yeah, he is more like a Vertonghen profile center back. Alderweireld, I feel like, was kind of a hybrid. I feel like he wasn't really fully a dog type center back like Romero. But I think to have one on either side, and then to have that kind of like, just solid team player and like kind of leader like Dyer or De Vrij, to be able to alternate those two in the center. I mean, that's a very strong back line right there. And to be able to alternate like Pau Torres and Davis on the left, and Romero. Hopefully, it would be nice if we could get somebody to replace Sanchez, but I don't know. It depends if we get a big enough bid for him. But honestly, Davinson, when he's played on the right this season, he's been good. He just can't play in the center or on the left, obviously. So
yeah,
I would be happy with two very good center backs, a left center back, a central center back, or maybe someone who could also play on the right, and then, where I want us to spend big money is in central midfield, and I want us to get Sergei Milinkovic-Savic from Lazio. I mean, he's one of the best in the world. He's so heavily underrated and not talked about enough, but honestly, if you watch him, he's absolutely incredible, and he would be amazing in this team. That would be a statement signing, bringing him to Tottenham.
So I don't know. I heard there was Who's the guy I'm thinking of? Who's the center midfielder that played for Fulham? And he was like, I think he played for Fulham. I don't know. There was all this talk about how he wouldn't come to the Premier League because he had a problem with his big toe, and the cold weather aggravated it. Do you guys remember who I'm talking about at all?
Wait, what?
Well, if he plays for Fulham, he plays in the cold.
I know. Well, see, that's the thing. I'll have to Google it though. I think there was a guy whose last name was similar to Milinkovic-Savic, but I always get confused. We're all Googling right now, but there was a player. I'll keep talking. But there was a player.
And John Michael Seri or whatever his name is.
Yes. How did you find that so quick? Thank you, though. That dude was supposed to be a really big deal. Whatever happened to
him? He wasn't very good. I don't know.
Bummer.
I don't know what's going on with him now.
He is currently a free agent. Jesus, that says how bad I am at scouting. I was like, we should check on him. We should see what that guy's up to. He's probably really killing it.
Yeah, let's see what Clint Dempsey's doing. Maybe Clint Dempsey will come good for us.
Yeah, I think Tyrion, was it you that was talking about Henry's show today?
Yeah.
And Saba's has brought up a point quite a few times on his show, and I think he might have said it today again on Henry's show. But he's talking about a lot of the players we're linked with. Obviously not Bastoni, but the Richarlison, Spence, Forster, and he's like, these are the kind of guys that we could get any time before this, right? These are not guys that we get because Conte's here because Champions League. And if you're talking about Milinkovic-Savic, that's a guy who in the past we could not get. We would not been able to buy him. So if we can, like you said, if we bring him in, that's a player who we're bringing in now because of Champions League, because of Conte, because we're looking to spend money. And that's those kind of signings that I think we want to start looking at, right?
I mean, yeah, exactly. And I think Milinkovic-Savic, or here's another thing. What if maybe the other center back, say we get Pau Torres, like I said, with the Gio swap deal, maybe the other center back isn't from Inter, but maybe Inter frees up a different player in Marcelo Brozovic, who is the ideal Conte midfielder. I mean, he would definitely want to work with Conte again because he played the best football of his career under Conte. So There's another player that's a shout. That again, another player we couldn't get before without Champions League football and Conte.
I see what you're saying. Sort of like the pull that everyone was expecting Mourinho to have. That he,
But the problem with Jose, partly him and partly Levy, is when he came in, he was I don't want to say desperate, but I don't think it was much a step above desperate. Like he just wanted to get back into a club, and I think he was willing to
become relevant again,
to not make the demands that he might have in the previous positions in his career, right? Whereas now Conte can. Like I think Jose came in saying, I'm not going to make my usual Jose waves because he's going to accept.
I really need a job, please. Yeah. I wouldn't deny that. I don't think anybody could. He needed to get his name back out there, that relevancy to get a longer term job. But okay, so Jay brings up a good point. I've had it up here forever. Haven't really talked about it. We need to get somebody in the middle of the park. It says which center midfielder is available, no matter how good of a passer Kane is. He needs to be in the box. If we're going to spend big bucks, it has to be in the middle. Well, some people, like me sometimes, even say Kane could be – not Kane. Wow. Eriksen could be that guy. Eriksen could come back. He could be that guy.
Look, I don't know about that. I'm fine with signing him on a free, but like, I don't think he should be the guy. He can be one of the guys, but he shouldn't be the guy.
I worded that incorrectly. Yeah, he should definitely not be. Oh, Kelvin, what's up?
Good morning.
If they come in on a free, we're still gonna have to pay for them. We gotta pay for like their signing on bonus, their agent bonus. Gotta pay for all type of stuff, their salary, and so I mean, it's not really free. He's not coming here to work for free.
They get the sign-on bonus, but he gets a sign-on bonus because that's what they get when they get the free signing. So I mean, I'm sure it'll last for a hefty one, and I mean, like I'm fine. Again, like I said, I'm fine with him being one of the group, but I just think we need a statement signing, a big-time midfielder. And I think a guy like Sergei Milinkovic-Savic, Marcelo Brozovic, or maybe Weston McKennie could be that guy. I mean, I'm a huge Weston McKennie fan, obviously, as an American. Like, I'm sure Colin and Jacob would agree. But,
who's that?
He's a baller. He's an absolute baller. And I would love to see him play for Tottenham.
Jacob's trying to get Will out of bed right now. He was ready to help out.
And like, let's be honest, this dude's being absolutely wasted under Allegri's dinosaur football. So get him out of there.
Everyone I see on Reddit calls it terrorist football.
I just want to say we came from the same academy, Weston McKennie and I.
Oh, dude, I didn't know you were in the FC Dallas Academy. I know you work for them, but that's so cool.
No, this was an award for work. It was not for playing.
Oh, okay.
I'm just fucking with you, bro. No, I'd be talking a lot more shit. You trust me. But they do like awards for the people that work there, but. No, Weston McKennie, they love him at FC Dallas, but they also hate him because what they like to do with their academy is kind of what they did with Pepe and what they're trying to do with Ferreira right now. Which is like play for us for a little bit, do really well, and we'll sell you at the highest value. But he was kind of like, nah, fuck you, I'm not wasting my time. Like, I'm not going to play in the MLS. That's just not going to happen. So he just
made him a better player, honestly.
It did.
I'm not saying it would make every player better. Like, some guys may benefit from staying in MLS longer, but, like, it definitely brought him to the level he's at.
No, he was a baller. That's what they try to do here, at least with FC Dallas. That's what they try to do. And I always thought he was cool because he was just kind of like, it was just.
Oh, bro, no!
I'm legit just trying.
That is a bad thing to do with me and Jacob on this.
I'm just trying to start trouble. I just wanted to I should have played it longer, but
well, you've got it. You've got it, bro. You got the trouble.
For the fear of God.
You're asking for the smoke. You're asking for it.
See. Exactly. I knew I had to come.
But I'm surprised. Honestly, Jacob, I'm so jealous as a DC United fan of like what Dallas does, what they can do with their academy.
Well, at least you guys have won an MLS Cup.
4 of them. Hey.
That's what I'm saying. FC Dallas has only been to a final, I'm pretty sure.
We've only won we've won one Open Cup since 2004. So our trophy drought is like longer than Spurs trophy drought.
What happened? This is what happened. I posed this question. And just as a question, I don't think that.
Alphonso Davies, I would say top 5 left back in the world. He came from MLS.
Yeah.
Miguel Almiron. He's scoring for Newcastle. He just scored for Paraguay.
Yeah.
He came from MLS.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Not to mention all the like awesome players who have come to play in MLS. You know, of course, like Beckham was the guy who started back then, but even like more recently, Bruni, Zlatan playing for the Galaxy was insane.
It was so much fun.
Did you guys see this?
Dude, those LA derbies were insane.
Shots at you guys.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Hey, look, compared to the Premier League, of course, the Premier League's the best league in the world. And that's why we watch the Premier League.
My wife is always like, "What's it like going from watching Premier League, which I argue with her all the time. She doesn't think they're the best league in the world, and she's crazy. She doesn't watch enough of the sport, but she still thinks Barcelona and Real Madrid are like the top clubs in the world.
Yeah, it's because it's how it was whenever we were young. Yeah, it's how it used to be.
So
I mean, but it's like going from. I would say from an American perspective, it's like going from NFL football to like maybe like Division II college football or something like that.
Bro, I can't even watch college football, honestly. College American football. But I will say it's like this. It is a steep step off, but it's great because the more you drink or enjoy yourself throughout the day, it's a little bit better paced for you. It's not so
all about
bang,
the
bang,
game
bang.
day experience. Watching on TV is kind of meh, but like the game day experience at a lot of the MLS stadiums is really fun. So,
Jay, you're hilarious, man. Jacob says you almost sound exactly like. I actually can see it. I can see it now that he mentions it.
Really? I think it's just because we have high quality mics.
I don't think so. I don't think
it's because you're both. I think it's because you're both a tiny bit Southern, but like not super Southern. And then
they're different Southern though. Like,
I know, but
Missouri, East Texas.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess if to somebody who's not from the Southern U.S.
Got a little bit of twang, a little bit of something, a little cornflake in your teeth. You know what I'm saying?
And you're right, and the good quality mic and yeah, it all adds up. The deep voice, the southernness. Aaron, you're still here from the hot tub. Thank God. We got somebody watching at least. To everybody watching, we love you guys.
We do. How many people hanging out still?
7 tizzle.
17 goats. Damn, 17 goats.
You guys are all seriously
bunch of goats. I probably support a New England team because Dad used to live there, but I have
not the Ravs. Oh God.
The Ravs.
They're the worst.
Honestly, I'm super, super excited for the group we have. Just the fact that knowing some of these guys that I've known are going to play against Harry Kane. They're going to play against Gareth Bale. Like, that's pretty special, man. Like, Gareth Bale's not going to be around much longer.
First of all, can we bring out this question? Are the groups, like, rigged? Like, how did that group come out like that? Are they?
I mean, they're all in different pots. I mean, it could have just as easily been Ukraine, instead of Wales.
Yeah.
So,
but that's a good point.
But I mean, I really wish that Ukraine had won that game because I love Gareth Bale, but because I love Gareth Bale, I fear him, and now I'm really worried about the U.S. getting out of the group.
I'm not worried about it. We're gonna get out of the group on top.
You think
I'm worried about it?
I don't know. I will say this for all you England
bro.
fans,
I've been watching these England games. England, they play like a bunch of pansies who don't even understand how each other play.
So
they're like they're all doing something different. Really you know what I'm saying? They're all on a different page, and it's quite funny to watch. So I hope they bring that same energy come the group stage.
And here's the thing to all you England fans, like, yes, soccer is not the biggest sport in this country, but the World Cup is very much watched in the U.S. People watch the World Cup because it's like an event. It's like the Olympics. It comes around every few years. People watch it. And especially if the U.S. is in it, they care. This game between the U.S. and England falls on Black Friday in the U.S., which is like the day after Thanksgiving Day. Everybody's fucking food comas, sitting on their couch.
Oh I didn't know
watching TV. Yeah, and this game, the United States versus England, it's going to be huge. It's going to be probably record viewership. It's probably going to be record viewership in this country, and the USMNT, absolutely. They are going to give it everything they got. And so if England are the least bit, like, overconfident heading into this game, I guarantee you.
They're going to be.
We could turn you over. Especially with Gareth Southgate's fucking horrible tactics.
If you guys had a better manager, I would be more worried about it. That is so true. That is so true.
I'm not sure you guys could be throwing stones about managers, glass houses, and all that.
Yeah, you're right.
Berhalter, right? He's not exactly
You're
world class himself, from what
you're not telling any lies, Scott.
I think it'll be good. I mean, I think as an outsider, a fan of neither team, I think that if you're saying who's going to win more likely, I would say UK or England, sorry, but I don't think it's like a mismatch or anything like that.
It's like when a stoppable force meets a movable object. You know, it's going to be like one of those matches. Like, I don't even think it's going to be good to watch. I think it's actually going to suck to watch.
I mean, it's for me. It totally depends on how England shows up to the match. Like, if they feel come in overconfident or they're not like on the gas from the beginning. Yeah, I mean, and you got to remember too, it's the World Cup. It's different, and like England doesn't play teams like the U.S. very often. Like, we're shithouse. Like, we play in CONCACAF, okay? We play against Guatemala.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. They're not ready for the type of game that we can play.
Oh my God. Our psychological edge to our team, we will have England players absolutely losing their shit.
Honestly, I'm ready to. I'm ready to. I'm gonna announce it on this show. It's unfortunate Colin just left because I was gonna look him in the eyes.
Hold on, look me in the eyes. Do it. Look me in the eyes. Hold on, actually, you can't look me in the eyes.
And honestly, as for Wales, let me just say this. Other than Aaron Ramsey, who's only good like half the time he plays for Wales, and Gareth Bale is obviously incredible. But other than those two, that team isn't that good. The USA could beat Wales. I definitely think we could. If we can just keep Gareth Bale slightly...
As long as Joe Roden doesn't show his big old dong... As long as Joe Roden doesn't put in a masterclass.
GGG.
Greg Berhalter. Yeah, our coach is bad too, but like some of our players, like honestly, the thing about Greg's tactic, the problem is Greg's lineup. His tactics usually aren't that bad. I mean, because mostly it's like, hey, be defensively solid and let the attacking players do what they want with the ball.
So, Michael's huge on the U.S. men's national team. He's huge on it. He just doesn't like to get overhyped because I think also he doesn't like to talk about it because, like, on a professional note, he worked with like half of the fucking team because him and I both worked in a similar field, and I think professionally he doesn't like to talk too much about it, but I've been telling him I'm starting and this is an announcement for you, Colin, as well. And everyone's always welcome. It's going to be kind of an open platform thing. Probably closer around to the World Cup, I'm going to start doing kind of like a late night American stream. Basically just like talking about whatever, but mostly it'll probably be about when we dookie all over the British people like we did in 1776. I'm going to say, you better get your cup of tea ready. You better get your cuppa. You better bring your cuppa because we're going to dehydrate you. We're going to wear you down. And when they're through with you, you can tune into the stream because I'll be drinking a cuppa. Cup of something. I don't know what.
I will say, if we do beat England and Wales, I am going to give it so hard. Give it so hard.
Bro, I'm going to be that belligerent American man, the like stereotypical belligerent American man.
If Germany could lose to Korea, U.S. can certainly beat England. Thanks, man.
I don't think England.
We don't have a Sonny on our team though. You know what I mean? Though we don't have that like star.
Yo, we have Wes. We have Weston McKennie. He's a baller, bro.
I know, but it's not the same as having Son on your team.
No, it's not the same as having Son.
No.
We don't have that one standout world class.
Will's got stats as always, as per usual. England has never beaten the USA in a World Cup. It's football, so why do you play with a soccer ball? Man. So.
Am I old? I feel like only old people. Oh, you won't burn it down? That was because our president burned it. Isn't he talking about Andrew Jackson? That's the only person who burned our freaking White House.
No, they burned it in 1812. In 1812. The War of 1812.
Oh well, we rebuilt.
I guess they don't teach that war in school, so I'm blind to
because
that.
we lost.
I'm blind to that.
They teach
Yeah,
that
we
up
don't
here in
talk.
Canada. Let me tell you.
Oh,
They
do
don't teach
They
the
probably
ones
love
who
to talk
lose
about
very
it.
well.
Scott, you've been awfully quiet. We'll talk about Canada for a minute.
Sorry, I don't watch the MLS, so I don't have any opinions, and I don't want to.
Oh, come on, Scott.
The U.S. guys. So
You
I'm
can-
not going to say that MLS sucks.
what
I'll
team
just say
is-
that I don't watch. I probably haven't seen more than.
What team are you closest to?
Vancouver and Seattle are probably equally about 12
See, you
hours
should love
drive.
Vancouver. They gave you Alfonso Davies. You should love
equally
Vancouver.
12 hours away from you. Where do you live? Do you mind? You never told me like what part of.
The easiest place to say is Calgary. I'm 2 hours south of Calgary, because
Calgary.
Okay.
Honestly, Kelvin,
right
though, on the
above
real,
Montana.
burn it down.
Oh,
Burn
okay.
it down.
Right above Montana. Cool.
Yeah.
So.
Seattle and Vancouver are about 12-hour drive each way. So I guess
All
those
right.
would be. But Vancouver, I hate Vancouver, so I would never cheer for a Vancouver team.
Yeah.
Y'all really got me about to Google the War of 1812 because I am not educated on this. I never heard of the War of 1812.
Yeah,
Honestly,
it's only really briefly mentioned in most public schools.
Dude, it was almost 3 years. It was like 2 years and 9 months long war. They didn't say nothing about this in school.
Right. You had me looking it up too, so that I am also factually correct as I mentioned it.
Should we share the screen so people can see? I'll share my screen. I don't go.
Okay.
People already see my tabs. They've seen my tabs.
They've seen your tabs.
They've seen my tabs.
So
I mean my
gonna learn
bookmarks,
about
not my
the War of
tabs, my
1812.
bookmarks. Here, let me see if I can share real quick.
Shared it. War of 1812.
What was it fought about? It better not be a cuppa. Can y'all see? Do I need to zoom in?
British violations of U.S. maritime rights. Why did you guys violate our maritime rights?
Because they didn't view us like they didn't respect our sovereignty, obviously, because we had only been free from them for a little while, you know.
Kelvin, we just wanted our maritime rights, bud. That's it.
It's messed up, man.
You guys. Sucks that you bring this up. Upset
Y'all
me.
Y'all burned the White House?
I'll put this back up. Talking ball. It's talking ball again. So Daniel Levy's face, because I can't have two sad things at the same time. Oh man, now Fitzy's trying to really upset me.
You don't think we'll beat Iran? Are you kidding me?
We've got to beat Iran. Yeah, come on, at least
that's
give us
ridiculous.
That, I know.
Come on, Fitz.
No, I was saying I love Fitzy. It's a bidsies, but there's no way we don't beat Iran.
I have a hard time. I think that UK or England. I keep saying UK. England will win the group most likely, but I think US will comfortably finish. I know Wales people like Bale and they get excited about it, but they did not have a great qualifying run. I mean, they struggled to beat Austria and then beat Ukraine 1-0 to get in. In the Euros, they made it into they made it out of the group stage by the skin of their teeth and then got whipped by Denmark.
Yeah.
I don't think Wales is not a very
they're not that great
team. I think there's a lot of sentiment because of Bale and because they're a small nation and people want to support the little guy. But
I mean, yeah, they beat Ukraine 1-0 off an own goal. It was a deflection. So, you know, I mean, it was
that was a Gareth Bale masterclass. Don't say that. That was a Gareth Bale masterclass.
It was a very good free kick from Gareth Bale, but still, it went off. I
want to ask a question,
I think.
and Colin, I want to know if you can put a poll up on YouTube. How does everyone feel if I was just like eating a bowl of cereal while we did this? I'm starting to get pretty hungry. I can't lie, and I can just go off cam if it's weird. But like,
no, just eat the cereal. I think that'll actually make it better in a lot of ways.
You think so?
I do. We don't need. I don't even think we need the poll. I just think
Yeah.
it's happen. But and I also, not to change the subject super quick. I don't mean to. But Scott, what the hell? Kelvin's saying the War 1812 had something to do with Canada. What did you guys do?
well, we weren't a country then, so yeah, it was like the British. We were still a British colony then, right? So it was because of where Canada is now and the U.S. were going.
Oh, so you had something to do with this, Scott? You had something to do with this.
I would say we were the ones who actually beat you in the war and burnt down the White House. It was all Canadians.
They were obligated to.
It was all about like the Americans were kind of going into the Canadian territory and trying to take land that they weren't supposed to, and then they were fighting about who was allowed to take land.
Is that how they landed on Niagara Falls? The way that they broke that up, or what?
I don't know that.
I've always wondered how they did that.
We didn't try to take all of Canada. It was just some parts, some pieces. Huh. Yeah.
Well, everyone in the comments says that.
Actually, I don't even think my.
So wait, we were the assholes.
When aren't we?
Yeah, that's usually the case.
Yeah, that's usually the case. I just like to boast 1776. You know, such a symbolic year.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's actually.
Kelvin, Iran won't be easy. Very good low block. Again, man, we play in CONCACAF, so like every team we face is playing a low block. 11 men behind the ball. That's just how it is for us.
I mean, it's the World Cup, right? I don't think anybody thinks it's going to be any 10-0 games unless it's Brazil getting beat by Germany or something like that. But other than that,
wait. So where do we land with the cereal? Should I go get some?
Yeah, dude, get some cereal. First, we gotta vote here. What kind of cereal?
I think I only have Life right now.
That's cool. We're talking about Life.
Eat some Life while we talk about Life. Seems proper.
I actually am offended that you haven't been eating cereal so far. If anyone here,
if you ask anyone who's known me since I was a wee lad, they've known that I could literally eat a family size of cereal in one sitting. No questions asked. I don't care what's going on. I can do it. I will do it unless I'm stopped. I will do it unless I'm stopped.
This guy eats cereal. He does.
I'm a serial killer, technically.
Wow.
They got me a t-shirt like that once when I was like 13, 14, 15, maybe 16.
Every day. This is a... Hey, and Jayco says eat up.
All right, I'm be right back.
I don't even know the last time I had cereal. It might be like 20 years. I might have finished my kid's cereal just because I don't like to see things go to waste.
Mm-hmm.
But like voluntarily decided I'm going to pour myself a bowl of cereal. It could be 20 plus years.
It's probably been 20 plus years since I haven't gone like consecutive days without cereal.
That's crazy. My daughter has cereal every single day for breakfast.
She sounds smart. You should put her on the podcast. I trust her. Anyone who eats cereal like that, they understand.
Oh my god, you guys are too much.
But see, she probably eating them Fruity Pebbles. My wife don't let me eat that fun stuff no more.
We're not, oh, my wife doesn't. I sometimes will sneak in like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh yeah, I love it when my wife will randomly do that. And Father's Day's coming up, so I'm hoping she gets some like Reese Poofs. Ooh, she gave me some Reese Poofs. Ooh.
No, I got the same problem, but I went on vacation recently by myself, with the boys, and I got me a box of fucking Lucky Charms, bro.
Oh fuck yeah, God. Bro! Oh,
it's like being transported back in time. It was amazing. I'm
allowed to eat Original Life now. Original Life. Right, you know what? There's still some sugar in it, so at least helps.
Fitzy's redeemed himself. He's hoping that we destroy England, but he thinks it's going to be tough.
I don't think that's destroy.
Yeah, if we did, though, how cool would that be, right? Like, we'd probably have a party. And I say probably. There'd be huge parties. There might be riots. If we beat England by a 2-goal margin or more, there will be rioting somewhere in our country.
Yeah, probably.
Because we won. Like I think that's the craziest thing. I feel like we're the only place in the whole world where we riot when we win something. We're like, our city just won.
Canada does that when they win hockey. Canadian cities do that when they win hockey games.
Oh, you guys are also white trash.
Yeah, I mean, where North American sports seem to be, that's what you do, right? You win and then you have
Turn over some cop cars, you know.
You're like,
although Vancouver,
I love this city. I love this city. I'm so glad you just won for me. Now I'm gonna break everything here.
Vancouver rioted when they lost because that's a trash bag city. So
yeah.
And then they lost. At least that makes sense, you know. To me, and don't riot when you win.
Wait, who's in Canada's group, Scott?
I literally don't know.
Morocco, Croatia, and why can't I think of the third?
So you guys have a clear shot, and because you needed a little extra.
And
boost.
Belgium, I think. Morocco.
Oh my God!
Is that right?
Scott, that is a brutal group. Oh my God!
Quaker.
You can probably
hit my buddy
Morocco.
Colin up, sponsor the show. Morocco. We're down with the Quakers.
Oh yeah. Are the Quakers like the Amish? They're similar.
I don't know, but I always think about that dude who's on the oatmeal. You know what I'm talking about? With the white hair and the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I know it's a religion. Like, it was a religion back in, like, the John Smith days.
Yeah, good call. Yep, you're on the right track there, I think. That's what I would say about
I'm in the ballpark, at least. We're in the same sport.
It's still a thing. I think there's still Quakers.
Is this loud?
It might be called something else now.
It's like ASMR. It's good. It's cool. People want to hear it. It's what the people want.
Papa Bear mug. It's large. It's a very large mug, so...
That's good. It's just for the Papa Bear.
Gotta show the milk. There you go.
Almond Breeze, please hit me up. I spend way too much money on Almond Breeze, Blue Diamond, them boys. Unsweetened original. That's where it's at.
Good deal.
Yeah, my big hope for our grouping is I think we should beat Morocco. Like, if we want to have a good World Cup, we should beat Morocco. And then I'm hoping that Croatia has a lot of older guys, and so does Belgium, right? They both have older teams, and maybe in the heat of Qatar, they're a little bit old, or maybe they're pulling hamstrings or something.
I don't think it's going to be that hot, and I'm pretty sure the stadiums are like air conditioned.
Air conditioned stadiums,
like pumping in
so
much cool air that it probably won't be. But that's maybe
hopefully they pump in more oxygen than normal, and everyone's oxygen doping, and it's just we get the most intense extreme World Cup ever.
But the reality is for us, like, this is a year. This is not. It was not. I don't want to say a surprise. It was a pleasant. It was good that we made this World Cup, but really, 2026 was kind of the time where we were shooting for. So we might be slightly early getting into the World Cup this year. So
who knows though? You could turn over Belgium. Belgium sometimes will like Will's just putting there in the chat. Yeah, Belgium will sometimes drop a game they should win. It happens. They've got what's his name? Martinez is the coach, and he's not Martinez. Yeah. He's not really he's not all that great. So
and our coach is good. That's their strength. He's really good coach. Especially
that's why you guys were able to top the CONCACAF group over us, because you have a better coach.
Yeah. And we have Alphonso Davies, who
true,
maybe doesn't take over the game quite as much as Bale, but he's a guy who can. If he's having his top game, he can make a difference. He can change a game on his own. So
he probably plays more. There's always a left wing for Canada, right?
Yeah, he usually plays up top, left wing. He's even played like as the farthest forward player for us at times.
Striker.
I mean,
we've also got Jonathan.
It's not like a real striker. It's like he plays up front and presses, and then David and Lauren will go past him. But they use him to kind of go and press a lot because he's so fast, right? He just kind of runs around and creates.
I zoned out for like half a second, but I automatically know you're talking about Alphonso.
What's that other striker you guys have, or is he a midfielder? I think he's a striker. Not Jonathan David
and Kyle Lauren are two strikers.
Kyle Lauren. Okay, don't you have like another
Tejon Buchanan is
Tejon Buchanan,
who Brian really likes. Yeah, he's more of a winger.
He's a winger. Okay.
Yeah,
he's very good. Yeah, he was good in MLS, and good player.
Yeah, he just moved over to Belgium now, but
he's
good. I don't have as much I think as much of a love for him. I know Daigle really loves him. I don't think he's ever going to be Tottenham level, but I think he's European player level, which Canada doesn't have many guys at that level. So He's good. He's got a lot of speed, and he
some say that
guys a lot, but
at one time you were that guy, Scott. Some say that a young Scott could have been the next Alphonso Davies. Had his career just you made that one little slip, and then everything fell out from under you. Right? You got a little too into the money, the women, the lifestyle of a footballer.
Yeah, I didn't want all that. I could have had it all, but money wrecks people, so I said no thanks.
Wow, that's super mature.
I don't want millions. I'll stay here and work for 30 grand a year instead.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you see, I knew it. I always knew it about you, and that's why you're so critical of certain players and stuff. Sometimes you're like,
well, what do they say? Game recognizes game, and
yeah. You're like I can take these guys. It's not. Yeah,
that's right.
It all makes sense now. Secret footballer, that secret footballer person. That's actually you. What team did you play for? Tottenham. Oh my God.
What was the last team I played for when I was a kid? Blizzard. I think they're called.
Boom, dude. Oh, the good old days. Playing soccer as a kid. Okay, but back to Spurs. We gotta tie it back in. Somehow there's 15 people watching. I love you guys. You're all the best. But I really don't think Richarlison. I'm basically going to spend all my time trying to talk you guys into the fact that Richarlison's not that bad of a signing. And by not that bad, I mean
oh my God,
worth it. Worth
for
it.
How much money?
That's
how much
too
money
much
do you
money,
think
bro.
he's worth?
That's way too much money.
30 plus Harry Winks.
Well, 30 plus seems a lot different from what they're reporting.
Yeah, they're talking about 50 mil. I mean, 30 plus.
How much do you think? How much? 30 plus Winks at Daniel Levy's valuation.
Honestly, am I fine with that though? 25. I'd rather just sell them Winks or like loan to buy Winks to Everton than just buy somebody else. Honestly, there's better players out there for that price range. I just don't think he's that good of a finisher.
Assuming,
I think
so let's
he's
assume
a very good
things,
pressing forward, but I don't think. I mean, I'd rather somebody who's going to score goals.
But let's assume a couple things. Let's assume no one's going to buy Winks for anywhere close to the valuation that Daniel Levy has set for him.
Well,
right?
Everton are interested, and I've heard about a loan to buy as an option there.
But I don't think that we could get even at a loan to buy price. I don't think that it would be close to what Levy feels he would be getting off of the price of.
We just gave away Dele Alli for free.
I know, but
I don't think Levy is really.
I think he smells a deal. I feel like he smells a deal. I bet he's tempted. I don't know.
I don't think it's. I don't know. I doubt it. I honestly think that Paratici is in control and he's going to do a Paratici. I can't even remember how to say his name. But anyway,
we don't complain when we spend money. We complain when we spend money badly or talk about spending money badly. Like if we're going to buy Gabriel Jesus, I wouldn't complain about that.
You'd rather have him than Richarlison for real?
Name who we can buy from this. Fucking Domenico Berardi from Sassuolo is one player. I mean, I can probably think of a dozen players I'd rather spend 30 to 50 million on than Richarlison. Are you serious? Like the guy, oh my God, this guy, he's a pressing forward. He's like a Roberto Firmino. Like he just presses. He's tenacious, and every once in a while he'll freaking score. But he doesn't contribute that many goals and assists. And I understand Everton's not that great of a team, but still, as a guy who's consistently playing as a winger or striker, I mean, he should be contributing more. I think he's so overrated, and that's way too much money. It's just too much.
I think he's had.
I think Ivan Toney we could get for cheaper than that, and
do you really think we could get him cheaper than that?
Yeah, why not?
I don't. Yeah, Ivan Toney might be like 30 million, I think. But again, I mean, Ivan Toney, he's more of a Kane type player. I just feel like we should sign somebody who can probably play across the front three. But we're going to sell Bergfine, so we really need to have another winger, somebody who can definitely play a winger spot. I'd rather get, Berardi or somebody like that, and then buy another striker. I mean, it could be Ivan Toney, but Like buy a true number 9 and then buy a winger. But if or at least buy somebody who can play across the front three.
I think
30 plus wings. I do 30 plus wings.
Yeah, but Jesus doesn't. All right, so Ridwika. I hope I'm not mispronouncing your name, Ridwika. Jesus doesn't play as much as Richarlison does. Jesus does not start every game. Richarlison starts pretty much every game he's healthy for Everton. I mean, he's not going to produce the same.
He also does a business internationally.
All over. True, and he plays in a team where he has players all over the pitch that can score goals. Man City, a goal can come in from almost any player, on the pitch. So, I mean, it's just different context. Exactly, a better team. That's what I'm saying. He plays less in a team where there's goal scorers everywhere. That's why they don't need an out-and-out striker. That's why they play with a false 9 most of the time.
I'm not saying Jesus is perfect, and if we didn't have Harry Kane and we're looking for a replacement, I wouldn't want Jesus for that role. But this guy started for Man City for like the last 3 years, like double-digit games in the Premier League. I don't get how people are saying Jesus isn't good enough. I'm not saying that's what the point of Wicca is making here, but I've seen other people say Jesus isn't good enough. I'm like, he's good enough for the team that just won the league 2 years in a row.
But they were compensating for him not being great by having other players that were great, and we don't have
exactly. They had Gundogan playing number 9.
We have Kane, Son, and Kulusevski. Aren't they supposed to be great?
Yeah, they are. Exactly. That's why I'm just saying, like, why do we need to spend that much money on a guy like Jesus when we can get the production we need from somebody probably cheaper? I just feel like the whole PL proven thing. Well, you know what? Our current starting front three are PL proven. So let's bring in somebody else who's got the talent and the production to challenge them. Like Domenico Berardi again would be the same price range as Richarlison, and this guy's like double-digit goals and assists for multiple seasons in Serie A. I mean, I think we should. He'd be a perfect player to play in this system. And he can play.
He's older for what it's worth, but
he's left-footed, but he can play on either side, and he can probably play as a false 9 as well. He has.
Full disclaimer: this box is empty. There's nothing left in this box. I ate it all.
I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. Do you want to give real quick your like 1 out of 10 rating for live cereal?
Based on the current situation I'm in, which is like I'll take what I can get, I'll give about a 6. But in like terms of cereal overall, if I'm allowed to pick anything, I'm giving it like a 4. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You can ask me about any cereal. I guarantee you I've eaten it. I've tried it.
Dang.
I love it. It's the best food ever invented.
I disagree. I prefer almost all food to cereal. You know, my favorite cereal isn't even made anymore. It's French Toast Crunch.
Ooh, French toast. I was thinking about that the other day when I was eating French toast. I was like, damn, I miss French Toast Crunch.
It was money. Mm-hmm. That stuff was cash money.
They bring it back every now and then.
Yeah, and I try to pick some up, but
no.
You know. But yeah, so here's a good one. Rowika, I'm saying your name wrong too. I wish you could correct me.
Yeah, but he's playing for a mid-table team in Italy versus coming to the Champions League, coming to play for Tottenham in the Champions League and the Premier League under Conte, who's one of the most respected Italian managers in the game. So like, why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he?
Like Will says, okay, let's at least try, right? Like,
at least try.
We hear about how we have all this money, we're doing all these changes, and then we hear, oh, we can't get him. He's too hard to get. He's too hard to get. I mean, at some point, at least make the effort to go out, and if he rejects us, then he rejects us. Fair enough. But we're talking as 4 guys who are fans of the club, right? We don't have any insider knowledge. So until there's a report from him saying he has no interest to come, I think it's fair enough to say that's a player we would like to come in.
Scott, speak for yourself. I'm a stunt double for Daniel Levy on all his promotional shoots.
So he doesn't.
Jacob,
so
I
you're
call
the guy
out
that has
bullshit
to
on that
take the
because I've been
bullet.
on many a stream with Daniel Levy. He just goes by the name Brian Daigle on the streams when he pops on. But...
Oh no.
And to answer, who was it? J. Cole said, "What about Scarlett? He should be going out on a loan.
Honestly,
he should not be in any further discussion about Spurs unless the discussion is
he needs to go
can
to
he
like
play
League,
for the U23s.
Aaron agrees with you.
He needs to go to like League One on loan. I don't even think he's ready for the championship. He's too small. He's still not big enough. I mean, he's only 17. Like he hasn't fully matured yet. I think League One would be good for him. If Scarlett can play in League One, then Dane Scarlett can. I mean, if Parrott can play in League One, then Dane Scarlett can easily get double-digit goals in League One. So I think that would be perfect for him. It would really build his confidence, and then the season after this one, he can go to the championship, and we just build him up from there.
Yeah, and that's not saying that he's bad or not a good.
No, he's 17. He's just
going
not Wayne
to
Rooney.
League One is where he should be. Right?
Yeah,
that's fine. That's fine development.
Not all, I mean, most players at 17 are not like fully developed in their like man bodies. You know, they're not all the way there yet.
Speak for yourselves. Speak for yourselves, guys.
So, but like only certain players have ever been able to debut at that age, and it's either like physical freaks like Rooney or like technical freaks like Messi. So
yeah. So you have 3 signings. I was going to do math and give you like a total amount of money you can spend, but I don't really care. Just don't be like completely dumb. Like you can't spend over 250 total. 3 players. Who do you bring in? Only 3 though. That's the caveat. Is 3. But I don't care how you split the money up. So you could spend like a dumb amount on one player. But who would you bring in? Think that Spurs realistically could bring? I mean, could as in have the pulling power and the money to do so. Not could as in could you see it happening? And Kieran, go.
Oh, me. I'd bring in 3 players. First player is Sergei Milinkovic-Savic for sure. Second player, I'll just say, Bastoni. I mean, I don't think we'll get him, but if I could bring in anybody, Bastoni. And then the third player would probably be, man, that's a tough one.
It's really tough. I gave you no time to prepare. It's okay.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have had 3.
But I don't know if I can think of a striker, or just forward, attacking player in general that I would definitely want to bring in above all of the others.
Would you take Sterling? Would you bring Sterling in?
I think there would probably be somebody I'd choose over Sterling. Oh, Rafinha from Leeds.
Sick.
Talk about Premier League proven, and then just an absolute fucking baller. Yeah, give me Rafinha. There you go. I'd take him over Richarlison any day.
But he can't play in the center though, like Richarlison can.
No, that's okay though, because I feel like Son can play up top, and I think Kulu can play up top too. He hasn't done it, but I bet he could. He's got the physicality to do it, and he can play with his back to goal. We've seen him. He's got good hold up play. He could probably play as a striker. And Lucas can play as a striker too. Honestly, I think Lucas's ideal position is like a false 9, but because he's best in the middle of the park. So,
okay. I wonder if Jacob's around. I want to hear him next.
Striker when we after the championship.
What was the question?
When we got him from PSG. Kieran, I don't know. I honestly thought he was playing more of a winger over there, but I don't know for sure. I'll have to look it up. You might be 100%.
I think he played some striker in the Champions League though too on our Champions League run.
Oh, so, definitely did that. Yeah. 100%. But I don't know. What do you think?
Jacob. Is this the question? Who do you bring in?
Yeah, three players. 250. You can't cross the 250 million mark.
Can I get more than 3 for 250?
No,
we just did 3. Yeah, just 3. Just name 3 players you definitely want to bring in.
Yeah, forget to put the money in there.
Because I got one he'll come to the team for super cheap, and I think you know who I'm talking about.
Oh my god, you cannot.
I'm bringing in Adama Traore. Oh my god. Super sub Adama. We're bringing him in, baby. Get the oil ready. We're wiping him down. I would also, while I'm in the attacking world, I'd bring in Alan Saint-Maximin from Newcastle. Right. Probably get him for like 50, 60, and that's another attacking option. I think if we just have like a fluid 5 that we can switch out between Son, Kane, Kulu, Allen, Adama, that'd be a great little something, especially if Bergwijn goes. And then when I'm looking at the defense or the midfield, defensively, I would like to see Bremer from Torino or Torino, wherever that is. They have a little, I think it's like a seahorse, maybe, their logo. Do you know what that is? I'm about to pull it up. Hold on.
I was gonna say I don't, but hold on. I got to use the bathroom really quick, so don't say all your.
No. I'm thinking of someone else. No, Torino's got like a bull. Never mind.
What are you saying?
I was thinking of Salernitana. They got a little seahorse.
Wow. So wait,
what player though?
Bremer. He's
Bremer. Oh yeah.
Hey, guess what, Jacob?
What's up?
You got.
That is so not true. No, absolutely.
I agree with Rowdy.
Disagree. No, I disagree.
Yeah, I don't
is a better player.
I agree for 2 reasons. 1, because it's arguable, and 2, because Jacob says the other thing, and so I'm just trying to
listen. Alan Saint-Maximin. I'm sure you guys have heard me just gush over Adama Traore. Alan Saint-Maximin is like a more fine-tuned Adama Traore with a little bit more end product and a little bit. If I had to pick between the two, quite frankly, with this team, I'd pick Saint-Maximin. As much as it pains my soul to say, I would pick Saint-Maximin for this team if I had to pick between the two, just because I think he offers a little bit more. And he can do more with the ball at his feet. He could also play that same kind of role that Kulu we've talked about, where he could play kind of that, like in that number 9 role, or that not the false 9, but sorry, it's been a long day, but the number 10 is what I'm thinking. Kind of what I was always saying for Lucas Moura before Lucas Moura kind of fell off. I always felt like that was his best role, almost like a facilitator. So Alan Saint-Maximin, he's got very great passing, very great vision. I would definitely take him on the team. He's got great hair. That's another great thing. If you like great hair, if you're a fashion guy, I think he brings a lot of stuff.
Thing about you is that you're a fashion guy.
So I like him a lot. I think he would add a lot to our attack. But Bremer, he just won the Serie A Defender of the Year, which, if you'll remember, last year Christian Romero won that award. So you know how much we like these Serie A Defender of the Years.
All right, you're
so I want Bremer. I love Bremer. He's a big meaty man. Just Google him right now.
I'm googling him now.
Google him now. He fills up a shirt. He fills up a shirt like a Adama Traore. So
okay, now I know why you like him so much. This all makes sense.
Yeah, that's true. Honestly, that's a good point Fitzy makes there. Hakimi. I mean, there's no way we can get him to leave PSG, but
he's like 100 mil, right?
Yeah, but he would be.
But that's a good choice if you have 250
mil.
He's the
right wing back. He is the perfect right wing back.
I'm a big fan of Yves Bissouma as well, as long as those charges are figured out.
I would only want him if he's cleared of all wrongdoing. You know.
Wasn't he, or am I misremembering that?
I haven't
the charges
heard.
were dropped. I don't think he was. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think it was like you're clear of it. It's like we're not moving forward, which probably means it's done. But I don't know. Maybe it might be different if you think like if he was cleared in a court of law versus they just dropped the charges.
Yeah, I mean, but there can be a civil case, right? Was it criminal charges that were dropped or civil charges?
I'm not. I would have to look. Somebody said
I know. I didn't know.
It's been a weird case, right? From the
mentioned them recently.
I just know it's been hard to kind of get information on what's going on with it. So
yeah, the UK is pretty hush hush about crime. Like the dude from Everton, right? Sigurdsson, Gylfi Sigurdsson.
Yeah, Gylfi Sigurdsson.
They've kind of kept that under wraps.
He played for Tottenham before Everton.
He did play for Tottenham, and he was actually kind of dope.
And he was good for us, yeah.
How old were you? Did he probably would have liked you too, Colin?
Oh my God.
Depending on how old you were, catch you at the playground, give you a little tickle. You know what I'm saying, man?
Oh my God.
The worst part about it all is that Everton still like houses and feeds this man.
Yeah.
Because he technically hasn't been proven guilty, I guess. But like, it's all very much just like we're gonna house and feed him, take care of him.
I wonder if his presence there is like just a disruption in the locker room, because I mean, it was very public that the locker room situation was very poor at Everton, which led to them almost getting fucking relegated. Because I mean, that was a bad team, don't get me wrong, but they probably should have finished higher than they did, just on paper with the squad they had.
Honestly, I kind of wanted to see him get relegated. You gonna house a freaking pedo?
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I don't know. That's an iconic like club, and I'd feel terrible for all the fans.
Iconic for who? Iconic for who?
They've never been relegated before, and from the
wasn't
Premier
Sunderland
League.
Iconic? Where are they at? They just got promoted.
Yeah,
to,
but I feel like Everton's bigger. Well, maybe not.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of really big clubs.
Anymore would be pretty wild, though. I mean, that's like
honestly, who cares about? I don't care about Everton. I never cared about Everton.
I mean, I don't either.
I used to think of them as the rival bus. But you were talking about Gylfi Sigurdsson, man. He was here at the same time Clint Dempsey was. He was here. Those two players overlapped and played like a really similar position. So, but there were definitely times when they were both on the pitch together. And Bale. We used to play like the weirdest.
Bale, yeah.
That was a fucking weird.
Because when we had Bale and like Sandro and like
Sandro, my dude,
the
karate man himself. Benoit Suakato. That was like right after he left, I guess. And then
did you Google Bremer, Colin?
I have a tab pulled up, honestly, but I like tab Google, but I haven't really examined.
You can just tell me no.
He's a big dude, bro.
I think he's gonna go to Inter.
I'm not as brave to screen share as you, but yeah, he's a big dude, man.
I think that one's.
I wouldn't fight him unless you were there to back me up, and then we could take him.
Well, I don't know if Inter doesn't sell Bastoni to us, we might hijack that deal and get Bremer.
Honestly, I'd take him over
one of the other
Bastoni.
Inter center
I'd take
backs.
Do you think we could fight him?
I think they're gonna sell Skriniar to PSG.
If me and you together, bro.
Nah, bro. Nah. All it takes is one good hit from him on either one of us, and we're going down.
I'd like to say the same thing about us to him, though.
That's true. I mean, if we sneak him, but
yeah, one of us has to sneak him. I'll take the attention. And then
I'm not very sneaky, bro. I'm pretty large. I don't sneak very well.
Then I'll be the sneak, and then we got him. If you're watching this, dude, come to Tottenham, or else we're gonna get
sneak you. We're gonna sneak you, bro. And by sneak you, we're gonna buy you a schnitzel.
Yeah, that's a promise.
That's a promise. Come to Tottenham, you get a schnitzel. Do they have schnitzel in Tottenham?
You really get it somewhere.
This is a North American panel, so
I'm sure
I need
there's a
someone.
I'm sure somewhere in London they have schnitzel.
Somewhere in the chat, tell us about
I'll
the
look it up while
schnitzel.
you guys. So, Scott, have you been thinking about your 3 players?
Well, yes and no, because Kieran took like my first 2 guys, so I've tried to think of different ones, just so it's not like Bastoni and Sergej and Milinkovic-Savic and everything. But I would say, like, ideally it would be those 2 and then a right wing back. But I'm not gonna lie, I've been having a hard time forever trying to think of what right wing back works, because Hakimi would be ideal, but I don't think he's leaving PSG. And then after that, like, man, it's a
honestly, from what I've seen, like, if you're talking about pure data analysis and statistics, like, the guys who profile the best are not people you have ever heard of. Like, they're all guys from mid-table teams in, like, France and Germany and Italy. Yep. And it's just, like, I mean, in general, there aren't a lot of, like, big-name attacking right backs or, you know, natural right wing backs out there. I mean, it's very possible we might end up buying, like, some right midfielder who's probably played at that position some. But, you know, there aren't a lot of names out there that jump out. Like, the biggest one is Hakimi, and then, like, who else is there, really, you know?
Yeah, that's the hard part. I don't know if you go with, like, somebody, a Pereira from, what's his name, Leicester, but even he's had injury issues. Yeah, I mean, when he was good, I think it was like 2 years ago, he had quite a good season. And if you can get that guy, that would be great. But I'm not sure you could get him back. And then, like you said, it's kind of like, well, just like who we're gonna get. I don't even know who at right wing back.
Serge Aurier, he's on a free.
No way, that's
Serge Aurier over Emerson Royale, but I hope that we have higher standard. If our only standard is better than Emerson Royale, then us 4 are in contention for right wing.
Yeah, like Kelvin, exactly. Do you believe that Conte sat in the transfer room going through right wing backs, and then he says Spence top target? Exactly, man. Like I just don't buy that. I'll say
this is what frustrates me about Spence, right? And I heard it on Will. I think it was on Will's. Anyway, somebody said, like, well, we can get Spence, and look what Conte did with Moses and Young. And it's like, they're not anything like, Spence is not like Ashley Young or Victor Moses. And I know we kind of like to crap on them, but Young was like a proven player. He may not have been great, but he had multiple years in the Premier League before he was good at Inter, right? Moses the same way. These weren't like 20-year-old guys with no experience like Spence. So just because, and of course, that's ignoring the whole fact, just because he did it with other players doesn't mean he can do it with anyone, right? Like that's not how it works. And I hear it all the time, like, oh, well, he did it with Moses and he did it with Young, so we can just bring in any old guy and he'll do it. And it doesn't work that way. And yeah,
and like I just don't know how much the attitude thing is a big deal with this kid, though, because, like, let's be honest, the manager who put him out on loan was fucking Neil Warnock, and he's the most, like, old school fucking, you know, football man, like that, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not really taking it that seriously. I don't think this kid is like a Dele Alli or anything, but, you know, at the same time, we could do better, right?
Yeah, my bigger concern is you're talking about a guy who, I didn't watch the championship, so somebody can tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he like lit the championship on fire. Like he wasn't clearly levels above everybody else.
He was arguably like the top 3 right backs. I mean, I can't say I watched every team,
but arguably top 3, and now he's going to come to us, who we're trying to be a top.
He did win.
League, right?
He was on the team of the year. Step. He also won like defender of the year.
Oh, did he? Okay, maybe he was better at championship.
So he did get some accolades from that season. And then they got promoted, which actually I thought the promotion game was one of his worst games, and the FA Cup game that they lost I thought was one of his worst games. But
hey, big up Dermot in the chat. Big up Dermot.
Really, I think what it boils down to is like there's a few levels to this, right? Like level 1, it's like lasagna, all right? So there's layers. And what it appears like to me is like the first layers. We all don't think Conte sat in a room and said, this guy's a top target. Like, there's no way. So that's one layer of it. And then the next layer of it is, like, you don't look at Jed Spence being on the 11 if he is an automatic shoe into our 11. You don't look at that and say, oh, this is a league winning 11. This is a Champions League level winning side. I think if he's on the bench, that's great. If he comes in, that's great. But like,
and do you see Doherty or Emerson there?
No.
That's
the thing. That's the thing. You need someone like Hakimi. In realistic terms, like you need someone who's just like a step above, right? Like the left back position. Say we put Perisic on the right, and we address it on the left instead, and we ship out Reguilon or Sessegnon. But
I feel like that would be
even then, we still would need like a world beater.
Show on the left and get. I mean, at least we could have a world.
But if you could get Alphonso Davies but if you could get Alphonso Davies and Theo Hernandez, like I'd put Perisic on the right.
Yeah, but like that's big,
no, I mean,
money.
I would spend if we could get Alphonso Davies, bro. I would spend 100 easy.
Yeah, but we're not going to do that. We've never done that. Our record transfer fee is like 65 mil. We're never going to spend that much. It's just even with the cash injection or whatever, we're not going to spend 100 mil. It's not happening.
Man, we all knew that cash injection was bullshit when it said on and off the field.
Yeah,
Come on,
exactly.
It literally said on and off the field.
I was muted for a while. I've been trying to tell everyone that cash injection was a huge lie the entire time. I think that's bullshit. No.
Bro, I've been saying that because it literally said in the first sentence for on and off.
I do not think we're gonna break.
If we spend 150 million at all, I'll be surprised. Let alone 150 million aside.
I think we're gonna move some players. I think we're gonna sell some guys. I think Rodon's gone. Bergwijn's gone. Gio and Dombele and Dombele, who knows? Hopefully gone, but Gio's gone for sure. I mean, Reguilon probably gone. And one of Emerson or Doherty, probably Emerson, will go on loan if not be sold. So.
Well, Doherty's going to be injured, so I don't think we're going to ship out.
I
either.
Looked into it, Jacob. I don't think his injury is actually that. I think it's only a grade 2, so I don't think it's going to be like. I think he might be able to make it back in time. And you got to think he's not going to the World Cup either, so he may not play the first part of the season before the World Cup, but by the time the World Cup's over, he should probably be fit to play.
So you don't think it's a 12-month injury?
No, I don't think so. Like from what I looked up, and I watched a video too where a doctor was going over like literally Matt's specific injury based on what was told, and it's probably more like an 8 to 9 month injury. So. It was like a tear, but it wasn't a complete, because
the dude was still in walking crutches at the end of the season.
Yeah.
That's like 3 months removed, or 2 months removed from the injury.
Yeah. I mean, I think, they're probably taking it really slow with him. I mean, he's almost...
with this training staff, bro, it's easily going to be a 15-month injury.
Medical staff. Anybody else sure that was a ligament? That was ligament damage. Like the second that it happened, I don't know. I've seen it happen enough times. I was just
it was.
I was like, bro.
As soon as I saw the replay and saw how he went down, I was like, yeah.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, wow. If you would have asked me a year ago, I was like, man, fuck Matt Doherty, get him off this squad. Like, but then he's, Conte started getting something out of him, and he was kind of crucial to a couple games and couple results that we had. And it was like, when he went down, I was like, wow, I'm really upset about this actually, because
from an attacking perspective, he was like the best right back in Europe from like those 2 months or whatever.
I hated watching him on the left. He refused to use his left foot. It was annoying as hell.
Yeah, but he's starting to look like his Wolves form a little bit.
He scored a goal from left wing back though.
Yeah, but he would not.
Because he could slap it across face with his right foot.
He used his head. He dived and headed it And it was
it was a
headed
header
it into the ground, and
it was just like an awareness goal. It wasn't like a world class curler from the left side or something. It was just like how Sergio Reguilon got his goal. He just was like, "I'm here."
The poachiest of poaches. Yeah.
Hey, ain't no shame. I'm not trying to hate on no
goal's
poaching.
A goal, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Just a quick
1 point on the board.
Answer, Rit Wicca. This question where it says, "Why would the board announce it so publicly?" This is the same board that said that with Daniel Levy, who came out and said, "We're going to return back to the Tottenham way," and then hired Nuno, right? Like, I'm not sure that just because they say something that they've shown in the past that they have.
Do you think they thought
the right
getting
way
Conte,
that is to talk about?
And then it all fell through. Like I think we thought we were getting Conte before, and then something must have happened, and I think that's why he's joined the club now.
But even, I mean, I'm not big on we have to play a certain Tottenham way. I don't buy into that. But Conte doesn't fit with that either, right? Like, he does things different than that. My point is just that just because Levy and Enoch have shown in the past that they will say something that doesn't make sense, or that they are somewhat, I'll say, out of touch, right? So when just because they say something, and then you say, well, they have to do this. No, they don't. They don't. They've mishandled things poorly in the past in terms of public relations and statements they've made.
I'll put it this way. I don't know. I hope Wicca's right. That we do spin this. I really do. I hope. Yep. I think there's a lot of people who are kind of like, we've seen this and heard this before, but man.
Yeah, and things might.
And this is a good point. This is also a good point. We spent big money before on Ndombele and low shit show. They're just terrible. They're horrible, awful recruitment. We've got Conte. I honestly, if Conte legitimately said, "I want Jed Spence," I'm a jail about it. You know what I mean?
Get the tissues ready.
Because
your stock is going up.
As long as Conte legitimately is like, "This is what I wanted."
That's a really good Conte impression, by the way.
It was kind of Russian. I felt like I really messed that up there.
No, keep doing it just like that forever.
It's
just so
very good to get a Jed Spence into the door.
That was better. You're improving.
Top class signing, Jed Spence. I bring him in, make him a very good.
You sound too sure about what you're saying. You have to add some like.
We want to figure out the best way to bring in the man like a Jed Spence.
Wait, is Conte here? Conte's on my stream.
It's me, Antonio Conte.
We gotta stop.
I gotta head out, guys. So
I probably ought to, dude. Yes, it's been great having you. I probably ought to head too. I got work I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm getting ready to finally do it 6 hours before I go into work. So awesome. Well,
you gotta go in 6 hours.
Nice talking, Jacob, and when Kieran gets back.
Likewise.
Always great chatting to you guys. So
always good chatting with you, Scott.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here, man. You're the best.
See
you, buddy.
It's me, Colin. Don't worry.
Dude.
Your boss man won't be too mad.
Maybe just a little. Scott, he just messaged me. I saw it in the private chat right before he headed up. Well, I want to say though, thanks to everybody in the chat for watching.
Mm-hmm.
You're pretty good people. We were just goofing off. We just wanted to hang out, and it means a lot that you guys hung out with us.
Yeah.
Kieran, when are you getting your channel back, dude? Everyone wants to know.
Hopefully within the next couple weeks.
What are you gonna tell me backstage what you need? We'll see if I can help you out, man.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not much really. Just waiting on a couple of things. So
sweet, dope sauce. I can't wait. Hold on, there's 2 comments I didn't see. Oh, Kelvin Fletcher subscribed. You're the man, Kelvin.
Big up, Kelvin.
I appreciate it. It's usually a lot more. Well, I was almost said it's a lot more structured than this. Usually,
you always say that.
Slightly more structured.
Every time you say that, though, every time you're like, it's usually more structured than this, and it's never more structured than this.
Oh wait, this is actually exactly what it is all the time. There's usually more people, but
that's true.
We did a good job.
Antonio Conte even came on the pod. That was pretty fun.
That was amazing. That was an exclusive. Ali Gold might actually use that. I'm gonna send that into like a radio station and say I have an exclusive interview with.
We need a man such as a Jay Spence. This man is very good, very strong.
And they'll be like, "That's it. Tottenham are signing Jed Spence."
You got it. That's exclusive audio.
Right. Boom. I'm clipping it. So Jacob, United Spurs of America. That's on.
Oh yeah, you can find us on YouTube and Spotify at United Spurs of America. Oh, are you all right? Are you getting murdered, Kieran?
I thought I heard shells.
It sounds like someone.
No, we're all good.
Okay. All right, good deal. Good deal. You're not getting shot at.
Someone attacking him in his garage or something.
We're in the United States, and anything's possible over here. It's crazy.
It's fun times. But yeah, the United Spurs of America is a lot better than the United States of America. So,
absolutely. And
look, Jacob,
aren't you guys also like kind of through another channel sometimes?
Oh yeah. So United Spurs of America, you can find us on YouTube. I think we just hit 130 subscribers, so big up. Oh my God, we're on our way.
Maybe.
But also you can find me and my counterpart Michael on Fridays.
He's a good dude.
On Tottenham away.
He's not quite Colin levels good, but he's like.
He's pretty straight. He's pretty good. He's all right. He's a good dude. He's good people.
I don't hate him.
No one can hate Michael. He's lovable. But yeah, you can find us on Fridays over on Tottenham Away's channel. They got a lot more subscribers. So I'm going to say go to United Spurs of America and subscribe instead.
Yeah.
Because they have like almost 6,000 and we have 130.
I have 203, dude, but I've been doing this for a long time. Too long. But without I'm gonna turn this stream off. But I want to leave it with one thing. This is my old school OG video that I played back before I had a better one. And I'll play them both.
Bro, I showed my wife that video.